guys, it's Willow. Today I'm going to do some little mini quiches and a couple of hand-sized quiches. Now there's plenty of different ways to do quiche and everybody has their own way of doing it. I'm just showing you the way that I do mine. So I've got some free-range eggs, some real butter, some real cream, real milk, real cheese, onions, and some bacon. Need bacon. Okay, that's enough. Some flour, a little piece of cling wrap, some of my dehydrated spring onions, some salt and pepper and some garlic powder, and if you have it, some sweet paprika. I still haven't found mine yet. I've been through my spice cupboard but it's not there, so I'm going to have to dig a little, I think. I'll be back in a moment when this is all set up. So I just use the top half of the bacon, and there's one small onion, and that's pretty finely chopped. You can whiz bang it in a food processor if you like. And there's about a tablespoon of dehydrated spring onions. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now there's salt in the bacon, there's also salt in the cheese, so I'm going to forego the salt because I don't need that much salt and I don't like things that salty. But I do like a bit of pepper. So there's probably about half a tablespoon of pepper in there as well. I'll set that aside. Now, let's line these up here so they don't run away. When you're using a lot of eggs, like if you're making a pavlova or if you're making a big quiche, even your farm fresh eggs that you can go and pick out from your hen house, I suggest to crack them in a bowl separately, because then if there's any marks, or if it's a rotten egg, or if it doesn't look good, or if the yolk looks a bit weird, toss it away. That one looks good to me. So I'm going to start off just using 4 eggs. So that one looks okay, but there's a white spot in it, so I might discard that one. Can you see the white spot? Can you see? Yeah. White spot's there just above my finger. So I'll discard that one and I'll be back. Oh, I broke the yolk. Okay, so there's 4 eggs. And we want about 200 ml of cream. And about 150 ml of milk. Now if you're using this as all shelf stable stuff, then you'd use your milk powder and your water or whatever liquid you're using. Now these are Philadelphia pods. I used one of these in something else that I did, in the pasta salad. I've got that video on my channel if you want to look at it. They're 40 gram pods, and this one's got cheese. It's Philadelphia cream cheese and chives. goes really nice on a biscuit. So dig that out. And whisk it up. Now I've also been out to the garden and got myself a little bit of parsley. I'm also going to want a good handful of cheese, probably about a cup or so. Pour it all together, stir it around. With our butter and our bit of cling film, you wrap cling film around your fingers, dip your fingers in the butter. With the hand-sized ones, you can use spray oil, but you don't get the flavour of real butter. Make sure it's really well greased. Same with the other one. And then you do the same with the little ones. Just run your finger around in the bottom, and it's enough to stop them all sticking. You don't need a great deal. I'm just dipping a bit of plastic in the butter. There you go. You just keep doing that for all of them. And when you're finished, no greasy fingers. Now, your flour. If you're making like a pie dish, like your 8 or 9 inch pie dish, you can do the same thing as what I'm going to do with these. I'm making a self-made pastry bottom, and all you do is tip a little bit of, now that you've got the butter in the dish, you tip a little bit of flour in the bottom of the dish, like so. Spread it around, get flour everywhere. And there's probably only like, you know, maybe half a teaspoon of flour in there. You don't want to shake all the flour out, but you want to try and make it as even as possible. And when you pour your quiche filling in there, it'll moisten with the flour and the butter and create a really, really thin crust on the bottom. So do the same with the other one. Good if you still want to have your quiche, if you're watching what you're eating, how many calories or whatever you're consuming, or trying to not eat as many carbs. Trying to limit your intake but still want to indulge yourself. Now with the little ones, you don't have to do that, because there is not enough really. I mean, you can if you want to spend the time going through and shaking them all, but for my little ones I don't bother to do that. I just, if I'm going to make a hand-sized pie or bigger, then I usually put the flour in the bottom if I'm not going to make a pastry crust. It's a matter of getting that in there, making the least mess possible. Good luck. Let's have a go. There we are. Look at that. Who said I couldn't do it? Got those two there, and I've got this lot here. They can all go in the oven at the same time. Still got some egg and bacon in it left over, so I'll put them in the other lot ready for when they come out. Now, what you're looking for when they're cooked is you're looking for the wobble effect. It kind of looks like half-set jelly. You just want a tiny little bit of gooiness left in the middle. Like when you touch it in the middle, it sort of has a little, you think, oh, that's not quite set. Take it out of the oven and let it cool. The residual heat left over from when you take it out of the oven will be enough to finish off the cooking process. I'm going to get these guys in the oven, and I'll get back to you when they're done so that you can have a look. See you soon. Okay, so the first lot's come out. I'm just going to turn one of these out so that you can see what the bottom looks like. These have been cooling for about 10 minutes. Yeah. It's still very, very hot. But you can see that it has created its own tiny little thin pastry. And the pan comes out clean. No sticking. No gooiness, and that's got a lot of cheese in it. It's starting to get a bit hard. Okay, so because these are going to be reheated for a meal, I'm going to leave them in their little tins. I just wanted to show you how easily they do come out, and what the bottom looked like. These are the tiny little baby ones, and their bottom is fine, and I just get them out with a little plastic spatula. These are really good for parties. You can eat them hot, you can eat them cold, doesn't matter. Yeah, they usually if I have a little party and I make those little quiches, they go very fast. They walk out the door by the dozens. I've got the other lot in cooking now, so I hope you enjoyed that, because I'm going to enjoy one of those for lunch with a bit of salad. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now. Happy prepping. A helper has arrived. You can sniff the air. What? What's your problem? You know you're not allowed on there. Nothing you like? Bye then. Yes, sir? No, 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 no. No, get your nose out of it. It's not yours. I'm having some cornflakes. Someone thinks I'm having Wheat Bix. Doesn't one? Hmm? You're not talking to me now. Puss? Puss? Young man? Excuse me? Puss? Shadow? What's the matter, darling? So usually if I have... I'll move that bowl. It's not Wheat Bix, darling. Usually if I have a Wheat Bix, I break a corner off and I put a bit of boiling water on it. Or not boiling, but hot water. Warm water. And then I put like a teaspoon of cream on top and mix it in, and he loves it. He ends up with it all up his whiskers and he spends all afternoon bathing. It's your guilty secret, isn't it, Puss? No one's listening apart from a few million people on YouTube. No, you're not eating out of human bowls. I'm going to say hello to everybody. You've put a nose mark on the camera. Trust you. Bye now. I'm going to sit there and be a snob. Boys, do you want this? Is this your bowl? What are you going to put in it? You're going to make me do the Wheat Bix, aren't you? Okay, hang on. Okay, so for the cat, there's some of the Wheat Bix crushed up. And then he has a little bit of water. It's just lukewarm water, the same temperature that you'd give a baby. Now this bowl that I'm using, and this spoon that I'm using, is used only for the cat. Before you start writing, oh, you're eating out of human bowls. This only gets used for him. Same with the spoon. We have a bag full of plastic takeaway spoons. That's what we use to dig out his cat food. Anything to do with the cat. Apart from scoop your poop. Yes, I'm talking to you. So when that swells up a little bit, I'll just put a couple of dribbles. Okay, let's watch him go for it. Pause. Sir, do you want this? Oh, you're a dag. And that's it. That's all he has. Once all the cream is kind of gone, he kind of gives up. Anyhow, that's Kitty's little secret. We won't tell anyone. Happy prepping. Thanks for watching.